We in these streets. It's 3kingsboxing.com. Where we at?
We are in Las Vegas for the Canelo fight, 3 King Boxing. We are here with the IBF International Champion, Mr. Oscar.
Yo, what's up, man? This is your boy, Bo. It has been a stupid long time for your boy. Shout out to 3 Kings Boxing, man. As always, go to 3 Kings Boxing for the latest and greatest what's going on in the sport of boxing. All right? Also, shout out to our affiliates. And when you get a chance, check out the hot drop videos by my man, Prodigy of Boxing, and Big Cool of Colossal Boxing Talk, Mike Pound for Pound Boxing, and the crew over there. So go check that stuff out, man. All right, so let's get down to it. It's been a long time for you, boy. Oh, man, this feels good to be back. So I want to talk about boxing fans, right? See, boxing is the only sport where its fans is what's fucking up the sport. Like, boxing fans is just ridiculously crazy with how they fuck up the sport. But what I really want to focus on are the fanboys and the haters. They are the ones that is really killing shit, right? And one topic that I'm going to talk about is this. There's a narrative going around how nobody from PBC wants to fight Terence Crawford. Now, I don't ever remember that. I remember the only PBC fighter Crawford was supposed to fight, that everybody wanted to see him fight, was Earl Spence Jr. But all of a sudden, Earl Spence Jr. get this car accident, and it's nobody from PBC, when the only person that was being looked at from PBC was Earl Spence. But you know what? That's a topic for another day. So anyway, Kenny Porter comes out after Shawn Porter had fought Earl Spence in that unification. He said, hey, man, if we don't get a rematch with Earl, basically, we're going to go fight Terence Crawford. Right? That should have been a good thing. Okay? He even comes out and he says, hey, man, we got the green light from Al Heyman to fight Terence Crawford. Once again, that shit should have been a good thing. I thought it was. Because why? Terence Crawford's resume at 147 topples some of the best motherfuckers at 147. You can make the argument that Porter's resume, okay, at 147 is more impressive than anybody at 147 when you look at the fact he fought Kell Brook, and this is the Kell Brook before he was damaged goods by Gennady Golovkin. Yes, I said it. After Gennady Golovkin, Kell Brooks was damaged goods. Okay? This is also when he fought Keith Thurman. He also fought Danny Garcia. Okay? And he even fought Earl Spence Jr. The only top person he hasn't fought at 147 yet, well, two, is Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. But outside of that, you can look at his resume and be like, yo, dog, that boy he has one of the top resumes at 147. Even better than Terence Crawford at 147. Right? So, all of a sudden, Kenny Porter and them come out, they say, man, look, man, we'll fight Crawford. And then what happened? Here came the PBC haters, and here came the top-ranking Terence Crawford fanboy. Oh, what we gonna get out of? What does he get out of fighting Shawn Porter? Didn't Shawn Porter just come off a loss? What kind of shit is this? Oh, blah blah blah. All that blah blah blah. Dick sucking. That's exactly what happened. Them goddamn beta male ball gurglers came out in record numbers of defense. So, so going into 2020, I've decided I'm taking the fucking gloves off. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Shout out to my man Joseph Glover for giving me the nickname, aka Mr. Stationary, because that's what this shit is right now. All right. So y'all know how we do things, right? I decided to give you examples of why that's some bullshit, because if you follow the sport of boxing, the reason why you have certain guys that even coming off of L's will still get title shots because they were competitive fights. So if you was in a competitive fight, right, and you lost, or it was a split decision draw, or you can make the case I won, right, then there was no problem if you went right back into another title fight, right? First of all, let's make something perfectly clear. Shawn Porter is not an easy fight, and Shawn Porter would definitely boost the profile of Terence Crawford. He's better than anybody. Shawn Porter in defeat stock rose a lot higher than Terence Crawford's stock at 147 in victory. That is a fact, okay? That's a goddamn fact, because after that fight, it was Shawn Porter on ESPN talking to Max Kellerman, right? It was Shawn Porter that people was reaching out to talk to. This was before Kenny Porter was talking about the rematch. Right? So Shawn Porter's stock value in defeat was higher than what Terence Crawford got in victory against the motherfucker he just fought, his number one contender. I don't want to fuck up the dude's name, but the number one contender. Okay? So I decided to go through boxing, like we do here at Three Kings Boxing, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce y'all to a couple of dudes. Miguel Mariaga. Now, Miguel Mariaga fought Oscar Valdez at 126 for the title. WBO title, right? He loses. Very next fight, guess who Miguel Mariaga got to fight? Vasil Lomachenko, but not at 126. No. He fought Vasil at 130 pounds. He went up and got a title shot. So he loses one title fight, goes up, and gets another title fight. Why? Where was y'all at? So where was that same energy when it was Miguel Mariaga? Where was it, y'all? I didn't hear anybody saying, oh, what this fight Miguel Mariaga gonna do for Vasil Lomachenko? That ain't gonna do anything. I didn't hear nobody saying that, man. And it's safe to say that Shawn Porter is more valuable than some damn Miguel Mariaga. Right? Okay, so let's move on. Let's go back. I'm going to go back further than that, right? How about Andrew Golota? Andrew Golota had 3 world championship fights in a motherfucking row. Yes, 3 world championship fights in a goddamn row. Andrew Golota had a draw against Chris Bird for the IBF title, turned right around, and he fought John Ruiz for the WBA title. He loses by unanimous decision, then turns right after that, and he fought Lamont fucking Brewster for the WBA title. 3 motherfucking championship fights in a fucking row. Okay, Andrew Golota. Why? Because Andrew Golota was a tough, solid competitor, and his name still held value. Right? Now, let's come a little bit more recent. Badu Jack, who just fought Jean Pascal, right? Badu Jack lost to Marcus Brown. His very next fight, after losing to Marcus Brown, yeah, you guessed it, he fought for the WBA regular light heavyweight title against who? Pascal. But I didn't hear nobody say, nobody was running around, oh, wait a minute, what did Pascal get out of fighting Badu Jack? How did Badu Jack get a title fight? Didn't he just lose? I didn't hear that. None of that. I didn't hear nobody talking that this weekend. Right? Okay, I'll give you guys another one. Jean Pascal. Jean Pascal was coming off of a loss, a championship title fight match loss, I may add, to a Demetrius Bivol. His next fight was for the WBA interim title and the WBC silver title against who? Marcus fucking Brown. And that was big because Pascal wins, and then when Bivol got elevated to super champion, well, guess who got elevated to regular light heavyweight champion? Yep, Jean Pascal. And Jean Pascal defended that belt against who? Oh, I just named the dude. Badu Jack, the motherfucker that lost to Marcus Brown prior to fighting Pascal. But I don't remember hearing none of you motherfuckers talk about that. What the fuck does Pascal do to Brown? Well, let me tell you what Pascal did for Brown. If Pascal's name still had cachet, even though he lost to Bivol, because Pascal is a former world champion, okay? Pascal is a tough competitor, and his name at that division still held motherfucking value. Same thing with Badu Jack. Badu Jack, even though he lost to Marcus Brown, his name still hold value because you know you're gonna get a tough competitive fight. It's always gonna be the tale of two fights with when it comes to Badu Jack, right? He'll, the first half he'll be losing, but he picks up on the second half, and sometimes it goes his way, like it did with George Groves when he won that fight. I think it was by split decision, and majority of the time it goes against him. Right? But you can make the case that no one's going to just walk over this dude, and all his fights are good, exciting, interesting fights. He comes to work to do what? His job, which is get in that ring, put on a competitive fight. That's what boxing has always been about. And we can sit and I can tell you, all of these dudes I named, with the exception of maybe Pascal, okay? All of these dudes, Shawn Porter, from a value standpoint, stacks up to all of these motherfuckers' names I just said. Yeah? Matter of fact, I'll even say he's up there with Pascal. Shawn Porter's name is more valuable than anybody that Crawford can fight right now. Because if you look at the ranking systems, right, well, Jesse Vargas and Mikey Garcia is busy. That's gone. Virgil Ortiz, I think he's also in the top 5. But that's a Golden Boy fighter, and we haven't seen a lot of movement between Golden Boy and Top Rank. And I don't think Oscar De La Hoya is going to feed Virgil Ortiz to some Terence Crawford right now. Although he is the WBA gold champion at 147, I doubt if that fight happened. Now, the only question mark is Sergey Lipinets. He's a PBC fighter, but there's a question mark there on him. But they might be saving him for something, right? So then, after that, it's a fucking crapshoot. Danny Garcia has a fight in February. So after that, it's a fucking crapshoot. So what's wrong with entertaining Shawn Porter? Because after the performance Shawn Porter just gave against Earl Spence, can we honestly sit here and say for sure that, hey man, he's going to wash Shawn Porter? And if he does wash his Shawn Porter, if Terence Crawford washes Shawn Porter, well, excuse me, that even puts more pressure on Earl Spence to fight him. Because he beat a top-level fighter, and he beat him very easily. And he did better than Earl Spence in beating him, if that's how it goes. It's no different than Manny Pacquiao. Remember when Manny Pacquiao was chasing Floyd Mayweather? Manny Pacquiao fought Ricky Hatton after Floyd fought Ricky Hatton. And when he beat Ricky Hatton and knocked him out in the second round, everybody was talking about, hey man, Floyd need to go fight this dude. Floyd need to go fight him. Y'all remember that? Okay? And actually, that's really how boxing used to work. If you was chasing a champion, or if you was chasing a dude, like you was a champion, he was chasing another champion, well, you fought dudes that he fought, and you worked them better than what they did. To say, hey, look at what I did. I did better than you. So, we need to get together and make this fight. And that's what boxing has always been like that. People talking about why does Crawford have to fight one of Earl Spence's leftovers? In boxing, everybody's a fucking leftover unless you're undefeated. Now, if you're undefeated, you're nobody's leftover. But if you've got your ass whooped, yes, you're somebody's fucking leftover. And that's actually how boxing has been. And that's the funny thing to me about it. But even so, are you really going, how do you frown down on a Shawn fucking Porter? It's Shawn Porter. So, is Shawn Porter not more valuable than Jose Benavidez? Is Shawn Porter not more accomplished at 147 than Amir Khan? Is Shawn Porter not more a worthy opponent than the number one contender dude we just saw? Listen, man. Like I said, boxing is the only sport where its fans is corrupting the sport from within. The haters and the fanboys. At the end of the day, if Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford want to lock horns, there's nobody's going to sit there and tell me once that fight get made, like all these dudes talk. One thing I've learned in 2019 is there's a bunch of frauds out there. They say one thing, but they do another. All these dudes out there talking, all these dudes telling you how, he shouldn't take that fight, he's a leftover and all of that. All of these dudes that's saying that, guess what? If that fight got made, every last one of them would be picking who they think will win that goddamn fight. Every last one of them would tune in, right? All right, man, look, I'm going to end it right here. But anyway, man, like we said, this your boy Bo, man. I'm going to try to do more of these. I'm going to try to do at least 2-3 a week because so much to talk about. Of course, be on the lookout for other sports topics. The Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones is going. I got a feeling Jerry Jones is going to clean house. He going to wipe house. He going to clean motherfucking house. All right. So this your boy Bo here, man. Truth and Fact Sports Talk. Be real. Do what you do. 3 Kings Boxing.
We in these streets.
And my man Bo here, 3KingsBoxing.com. I'm here with my man from Chicago, like me, Mr. P. Quinn. What's going on, man?
All right, Max, EJ from 3KingsBoxing.com.
You mentioned Cecilia Brackets. You mentioned Amanda Serrano. If those fights can be made, would you be willing to go up, down, meet anybody, or it just doesn't matter to you? You just want to prove that you are a tough competitor in this sport.
We've seen anything can happen, especially we know with these heavyweights.
Boxing,
Like a man. I got you. When you like a man.
Yo, this 3 King Boxing here with Buddy McGirt and Train Kovalev. Jay Buddy, man, how'd it go in there today, man? What was the difference that we saw in Kovalev that we hadn't seen before?
Wilder doubled his profile on the back of his